Trades by Slade on the screen, money flowing like a dream. Shots go up, shots go down, go gangster rules this town. NASDAQ flashes in his eyes, trading fast, catching highs. Buy low, sell high on cue, go gangster, always knew. Go gangster making gold, every trade, every hold, money rain from the sky. Go gangster touching high. Candlestick, red and green, biggest trader ever seen. In the zone, no time to rest. Go gangster, simply the best. Tick tock, the time goes by. Golden games reaching sky. Every trade winning more. Go gangster, hear them roar. Gangster making gold, every trade, every hold, money rain from the sky. Go gangster touching high. NASDAQ flashes in his eyes, trading fast, catching highs. Buy low, sell high on cue. Go gangster, always knew. Go gangster making gold, every grade, every hold, money rain from the sky. Go gangster touching high. Candlestick, red and green, biggest trader ever seen. In the zone, no time to rest. Go gangster, simply the best. Tick tock, the time goes by. Golden gains reaching sky. Every trade winning more. Go gangster, hear them roar. Market open, bells ring loud. Go gangster draws a crowd. Live stream booms, money rolls. Aiming for those trading gold. Candlestick, red and green, biggest trader ever seen. In the zone, no time to rest. Go gangster, simply the best. Tick tock, the time goes by. Golden gains reaching sky. Every trade winning more. Go gangster, hear them roar. Market open, bells ring loud. Go gangster draws a crowd. Live stream booms, money rolls. Aiming for those trading gold. Trades by Slade on the screen, money flowing like a dream. Charts go up, charts go down. Go gangster rules this town. NASDAQ flashes.
Yo. Good morning. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Let's see. What up, Miss K? What's going on? Good morning. So let's take a look here, man. This morning we got this 1 hour bearish fair value gap I'm looking at. Nothing really on the daily. No fair value gaps around. We came up, we tapped into this daily bearish fair value gap and started rejecting from it. So now I think we're going to continue down to yesterday's low. Nothing really on the 4 hour here. Kind of rejected this gap here. On the 4 hour, looking like we're going to possibly inverse this gap here. And then, yeah, we'll see. But this is the 1 hour. We got a pretty obvious bearish fair value gap. We inversed this bullish gap after sweeping these highs. So now it looks like we can continue down because we are disrespecting these bullish gaps. And yeah, but we did already take some of these lows down here. So just wait and see. I got this 24,749 marked out. These lows on the 1 hour, and then also 24,700 right there marked out as just kind of like some targets for right now. Ben VDM says, hi, is your Tradeify down on your trading view? Man, I'm trading with hyperticks right now on deep charts. They're working good. Hyperticks, I got them on deep charts. It's through Volumetrica, but they seem to be good. I think I saw where Trade of 8 was down. But look at that, hyperticks. All right, I'm going to see if we can tap up here into this 1 hour gap. But you see, this is a good example of a 1 hour gap. So this is basically two gaps here. So you can see we got a bearish gap right here, and then also another one right here. So it's two in a row. So I just combined them into one big fair value gap. Yo, what up, Chad? What up, Chad W? Chris, thanks for the follow, man. But Doozy, what up? Start of your new Lucid eval today. Just waiting for New York sesh. Let's go, bro. Good luck. Good luck, bro. I'm waiting to see if we can come tap up here into this bearish 1 hour fair value gap. Oh yeah, Chris Wayne, let's go. Yeah, man. I just keep it simple. Fair value gaps and liquidity. And then I usually try to wait on an inversion for my entry. Sometimes I'll take them off of discretion. But I mean, let's keep it simple right now. Just look at the immediate. I kind of look at, I'm on the 1 hour time frame. So the immediate structure on this 1 hour time frame is right here. Well, this is big moves on the lower time frame. But if I was trading this like a lower time frame, we have a bearish fair value gap right here. So what do I expect happen at somewhere in this bearish fair value gap? I expect us to hit it. And what is it supposed to do? It's bearish, so it's supposed to act as a resistance. So at some point in this gap, I expect us to bounce back down a little bit. So that's what I'm waiting on. See if we can come tap up into this gap and then catch the little move back down pretty much. We got this bullish fair value gap right here. We're disrespecting the bullish gap. So now, hopefully, we can respect the bearish gap, come up into here, and then continue on down. But that's on the higher time frame, and then the lower time frame is where I would look for my entries. So this is the 1 minute here. We can look at the 5 minute, whatever is the cleanest at the moment. But I'm waiting on us to come tap up here into this 1 hour bearish fair value gap. News today. Let me check the Discord and see. Let me see if we got any news. Yep. We got advanced GDP at 8:30 this morning, core PCE, and then PMI is at 9:45. But at 8:30, when I'm on live, we're gonna have advanced GDP and core PCE. Red Fox, a little bit, I guess. I use fair value gaps and liquidity. The previous candle wick did hit the fair value gap. Let's see here. No, because that's the one that made it. This on the 1 hour here hasn't tapped into there yet. See, this previous candle's wick is what made the fair value gap. So now we're waiting to see if we can come tap into it. No, black and blue. I use all the time frames. All the ones you see up here or down here, wherever they're at. I use all of them. 30-second, 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, whatever looks the cleanest. No, this is NASDAQ, Carl. This is NASDAQ, NQ. But yeah, just waiting on this. I could, let's see. We could possibly come take out this high, kind of reach consequent encroachment up here. Yo, what up, caveman? But doozy, it just depends. It might not be crazy. Leon, I trade funded accounts. I trade live sometimes, but I don't really like it. I like funded accounts better than live accounts. Why would you use different time frames to find the cleanest one if they all show the same move? It's because you could have a clean fair value gap on one time frame but not the other. And then if it's not clean, you want to make sure it's clean so that you're entering correctly and not mistaken. I can't really read your name, but whoever said that doesn't make sense, though it's the same move. Hey, man, whatever works for you. You know, I just know what works for me, and yeah, I found something that makes me profitable, and I just use it. So if you don't think it makes sense, that's all right. What's your bias? I'm a little more bearish right now. Well, I could be bullish up into this bearish fair value gap, but I want to see us come tap into this bearish gap, and then I'll be looking for a sell. I'll be looking for a short somewhere in this area. Once we come tap into here, I'll find an entry, and then I'll tag a little short, get my breadcrumbs, and get out of there. Just get my breadcrumbs and get out of there. You know, that's all trading is, man. I don't want the full move. I don't need the full move. I just need to find an area where got a little bit of probability in my favor to catch a move. A little bit of profit. And I think if we come tap into here, at some point in this gap here, we'll get a move back to the downside. I don't know how far. It doesn't have to come all the way down here, but at some point in this bearish fair value gap, I can get like 15 points somewhere, and that's all that matters. That's all I need. User, it just depends on where I enter. I mean, I'm looking at this 749 level right now. If we hit this 749 level, this bearish fair value gap could just become, you know, it could not matter, because then we've already taken out this major liquidity down here. So if we hit the 749 level or even the 700 level before tapping into this bearish gap, then then it might not be the best move to look for lower. But if we come tap up into here before taking out these levels, then I'll be looking for a short. Black and blue, you can just go check my payouts in the Discord, bro. Yeah, red folder at 8:30. If you don't believe I'm legit, that's fine too. I don't really care. Yeah, I mean, it could, Jaron. It could. I appreciate it, Jessica. What prop firm you on, Jessica? Let's go, Frank. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Carl said, "Do you trade internal to external?" I mean, I don't really know. I just trade. I guess you could say that this bearish fair value gap, it's internal. I mean, and then I'd be looking for when it taps into here to trade it down to this low. But I mean, I wouldn't catch this full move, right? I mean, even if it taps into there, that's 133 points. I'm only looking for a breadcrumb. I'm looking for like 15 to 20 points usually. So I just catch a little scalp in here. When it comes up in here, taps into here, and I get an inversion, then I just catch me a little trade. That's all it is. I don't want the full move. I don't need it. That's how you get caught up and you get messed up, because people get so caught up on, hey, if it taps into this bearish fair value gap, it has to come down here and take out this low. No, it doesn't have to do anything. But I know that when it comes and taps into here, there is a very good possibility that at some point in here, they're going to start selling it, right? And then I can catch a little scalp. I don't know how far down it's going to go, but I can probably catch 15, 20 points when it comes up and taps into here. I can probably catch 15, 20 points going down. And then people trying to hold down here, they may get burned, but I'm already out by the time they get burned. They love Jay. Yeah, man, we called it out perfectly yesterday. We called it out perfect. Where was it? This was yesterday, kind of the same deal. I had these two gaps right here marked out yesterday. This is a bearish gap, and this was a bearish gap. If you were here yesterday, we were trading this candle, these candles right in here. This is the candle we were trading yesterday. And I said, I want to see it. If you remember, if you were here yesterday, what did I say? I said, I want to see it come tap into one of these bearish fair value gaps and then go take out. What I say? Was it this low? I said I wanted to come down after tapping into these gaps. And what did it do? It came up, tap into these gaps, and look, came down. Exactly what happened. But, you know, I don't need that full move. I just needed a little bit of profit from there. But you see what happens? That was yesterday. If you were here, we were right here. I said I wanted it to come tap up into either this gap right here or this one. I didn't care which one, but as soon as it started tapping in these gaps, I'd be looking for shorts. Came up, tapped into there, boom, came down. Somebody said, do you trade live? Yeah, if a setup happens when I'm on stream, but I don't know if it's going to come tap into this bearish gap here. That's what I'm waiting on. Waiting on it to come tap up into here. But yeah, next week I'll be trading live in the Discord if you want to join it. Or if you want my entry model, you can just download it for free. It's pinned in the comments, or just hit the Service Plus button. Nah, I wouldn't instant enter 1609. I'd wait for an inversion. I'd wait for an inversion fair value gap. Exactly, Frank. That's it. We just want the breadcrumbs. Base hits, pay the bills, dude. Like literally 10 points on NASDAQ is on one NQ contract is $200. People work a whole day for $200, and these greedy people out here won't take 10 points on one NQ contract. Yeah, if the hourly inverse is this, but say, so I'm looking, this is a 1 hour bearish fair value gap. So I'm waiting on it to come tap up into here. Then I'll drop down to the lower time frame and I'll look for a bearish inversion. So I'll look for it to disrespect a bullish fair value gap like this right here. So this is a bearish inversion. Look at this. We got a bullish fair value gap right here. Bullish fair value gap right here. You see this wick right here and this wick right here don't meet. So the area in the middle is the fair value gap. It's a green candle, so it's a bullish gap. Once the bearish candle closes below this bullish fair value gap, then you know the bears are in control. The bulls couldn't bounce it up from the gap. Bears are in control, and what happens? Boom, it comes down. So I'd be looking for something like this just on the lower time frame. Once we come tap into this gap up here. So that's how I use the multiple time frames. On the 1 hour, we've got a clean bearish fair value gap. So once we start coming up here and tapping into this gap, I'll drop down to the lower time frames, whether it be the 1, 2, 3, 5 minute. I don't care what minute. I'm looking for a clean fair value gap to enter on once we come up in this area. Once we come up in this area, my area of interest, I'll be looking for an inversion. I don't know what time frame it's going to be on. I'll switch around time frames until it looks the cleanest. So that's how I trade. But I made a free PDF for you guys. It's a super straightforward PDF. If you want it, you can click that Service Plus button, or you can, it's pinned in the comments or something. You can find it. It's linked everywhere, but it's a free PDF. Haza said, you missed the main move. Nothing's happened since I've been on. I just got on 14 minutes ago. I don't think I missed much. Sinful said, is it on the Discord? If you download the PDF, you can join the Discord for free. But Frank, it's on TikTok. But if you're on YouTube, then it's pinned in the comments. It's pinned in the chat. If you're on TikTok, you got to click the Service Plus button. I'm 26 years old. Been trading since 2018. Yeah, you can set a reminder once it taps this FVG if you want. Just click right there, add an alert, and it'll alert you once it taps in if you don't want to stare at the charts all day. But you can see down here on these lower time frames, if you look down here, you can see kind of what's happening. On these lower time frames, we're starting to inverse this bearish on the 5-minute. We're inversing this bearish gap, inversed it, and now it's coming up. And I think it's coming up to this 1 hour fair value gap, but we'll see. But I wouldn't really take this one because I'm still kind of bearish until 749 down here. So the better play for me is to wait on it to come tap into this bearish fair value gap and then look for a short. Because this right here could fail because it's still bearish in my eyes until we get down here. But yeah, this is a 1 hour fair value gap. I'm waiting on it to see if it'll come up here. If it comes up here, I don't know where, but somewhere between here and here, I can probably catch a good short. Maybe after it sweeps these highs right here, maybe in between here. You know, I don't know where in this gap. Just somewhere in here, I should be able to get an inversion fair value gap to the downside and catch a few points. Let me link the PDF. Hang on, I'll just link it in the chat real fast. I'm about to post it. If you want the PDF, I'm about to post the link right here. There you go. I just sent it. It's a free PDF I made of my model. My entry model. But let's see. It's coming up here, getting ready to come tap into this bearish gap. But we do have news coming up at 8:30. Red folder news. So if you say you entered this 5-minute inversion, you would be targeting, your first target would be this bearish gap up here. Let's just say you entered on this, see we had a bearish fair value gap, it closed above, right? Closed above, you'd enter longs. Well, look, let's take a look here. The first high would be right here. And that also lines up with this 1 hour gap we're looking at. So you could be targeting that right there. You could even target the top of this body here. You can move to break even there. But just keep in mind that if you were in a long, then you definitely want to take some profits at this bearish 1 hour gap. But we're about to tap it. And then maybe we can start looking for a short. If I was in this long, your stop loss would be a candle closure back below the gap. You see how these candles, so I didn't take this, or I wouldn't anyway, but you see how this candle closed above here? Your stop loss would be if a candle closed on the other side. You see how these candles wicked below it, but the body's held it. So that means it's still a valid inversion trade. Now, if this body would have came back down here and closed below it, then it's disrespecting it, and you can probably get out. because it's probably going to fail. Tapped it. Let's go take a look. Yeah, it's tapping up in there now. It's tapping up. But you see on the 1 minute, you got a bunch of fair value gaps right here. So then I'd switch over till I find something clean. A new 5-minute candle is about to open. You got a 3-minute singular fair value gap right here. So, I mean, that's the best right now you've got. So then I have to wait all the way till it closes on the other side here. But yeah, we're tapping into that 1 hour now. Let's see how far we're gonna dig into this bearish 1 hour. Yo, MB, appreciate the rose. Appreciate the rose. If you want to become a member on YouTube, I'd appreciate that too. You get a cool little logo by your name. But yeah, man, we're tapping into this 1 hour bearish fair value gap now. What I wanted to see, tapping up into here, and then I want to see a turn back down, but I'm looking for an entry model. We've got a 3-minute gap right here. 3-minute bullish gap. So let's see what happens when it taps this 3-minute gap. If it closes below here, I'd be looking for a short. Got a 1-minute inversion. Yeah, if you're super bearish, you could take that, but I'm going to wait because you see we're tapping into a 3-minute now, so I wouldn't really take the 1 minute. Multiple 1-minute fair value gaps in a row also. So this is what I mean when I say I look at multiple time frames. You see there's a 1 minute gap right here, a 1 minute gap right here, and there's also this 3 minute. So it could inverse those 1 minutes, but then still respect this 3 minute, right? So that's why I'm looking at multiple time frames. Because even though it disrespects the 1 minute, it could respect this 3-minute fair value gap. But let's see. If it closes below here, I'll be looking for a short. But we do have news in 8 minutes, so I probably won't take it till after the news. Yeah, I mean, you see, we literally, I don't know how you say fair value gaps don't work. We came up, tapped into this bearish 1 hour, rejecting down now. See that? So the bearish gap came up, tapped into it, and boom, it's acting as a resistance. We're bouncing down. What up, Caven? What's up? What's up? Yeah, I know Dodgy. Yeah, it works on all the firms. These are blue light glasses. Why'd I mark the 1 hour fair value gap like that? Because it's two fair value gaps in a row. You see there's one right here. There's one gap, and then another gap right here. So I just marked them both because it's 2 in a row. You got one right here, and then you got one right here. So I just combined them together into one fair value gap. No, Badusi, I don't. Tradeify's down, but guess what? Hypertix is up. If you trade on Hypertix, you can still trade. So check them out. 50% off with code SLADE. Yeah, we got news in 6 minutes. Phil Stack, I don't look at gold too often, but the fair value gaps still work on gold. Jessica says she's trading on Tradeify and it's working right now. CJ says it's up. I don't know. It could be up. I'm not sure. People were saying it was down earlier. Omar said buys for NQ. I'm looking for shorts inside of this 1 hour bearish fair value gap. We'll see. We do have the news coming up, man. So if this closes below here in 2 minutes, I probably won't take it, but it would be exactly what I'm looking for, but the news might scare me out of it. I don't want to really take a trade this close to the red folder. But if it wasn't red folder, be fine, but let's go, Bib. Bib says it's working. Tradeify's up. But we do have news coming up in about 4 minutes. 4 minutes. We got red folder. Yeah, I stream every day. Every day, 8 o'clock Eastern time in the morning. Next week, I'll be trading the New York session. Red folder means it can move the market a little bit. Red folder means you probably don't want to be trading when it comes out. It can move it a good bit. Chris, I mean, yeah, you can. Marking out session highs and lows can be helpful. I got a little indicator here that marks them out. But you see, most of the time it lines up with these levels. So the 749, that is that previous day low down there. And then we got the Asian lows down here. London lows are below them all. We're below them all right now. So let's see. Let's see if it's going to keep on going up or what. The indicator is just ICT kill zones and pivots is the name of it. No, don't trade news. Yeah, Anthony, up in this 1 hour bearish fair value gap, I'll be looking for some shorts. We just tapped into there. So, you know, I'm watching this 3 minute bullish gap. If it would have closed below, I would have entered into some shorts. Well, not if it would have closed on this candle because the news is coming out, but it would have been like what I was looking for. I'm not entering a trade right now because news is about to come out. News is about to come out. It's some red folder. Yeah, this is NQ. NQ. See what the news brings. I like to watch the news on the 1 minute time frame. The indicator, it's called ICT kill zones and pivots. Let me see. ICT kill zones and pivots right here. I'm just waiting and seeing what it's going to do. We got news coming out in 1 minute and 15 seconds. I'm waiting to see. Waiting to see what's going to happen. I look in the Discord for my news. I got a bot, but you can check out Forex Factory also. Look at that. Biblical's up. All Asian this morning, up $1,500 on 2 accounts. 230 on 3 more. Let's go, Bib. Look at that, pumping up now. Digging in higher to this bearish gap. And this right here, look, somebody said it's inversing the 1 minute fair value gaps. Well, this is why I switch around time frames, because look, it respected this 3-minute gap. So this is why I say look for the cleanest fair value gaps. On the 3-minute, you have one singular fair value gap. It respected it. But if you were only looking at the 1 minute, it was inversing these gaps here, right? That's why I switch around time frames. The 3-minute is the cleanest looking, and that's what I mean. One singular clean fair value gap. Came down, tapped into it, went back up. But here we go. Here's the news. Didn't really do much. News didn't really do much. Here it comes now. It's coming out now. Look at it. Coming out. It's kind of private, but you can find it if you look. Dang, it's dumping now, boys. Dumping. It ain't gonna give me an entry. Dang. See, the news just messed it all up, man. The news messed it all up. If you click the Service Plus button, that's a little hint, Emmer. Click the Service Plus button next to the chat, and you can probably find the Discord. Yeah, it was some red folder news. Let me see. It's in some red folder. Yeah, I mean, the news, it can help you sometimes, but today I was looking to the downside here. And it's just dumping. The news is dumping it. I was looking down to this 749 level, and it's just going without me. It's going without me. Yeah. Yep. But this is what happens sometimes, and this is when you gotta, this is when the good traders come out, man. You can't get FOMO or anything. Like, I had this all lined up. I wanted to see it come tap into this bearish gap. I mean, I've been saying it. You've been hearing me say it. But, the news literally came out and dumped it right down. So I couldn't get an entry. But let's go, Devin. If you did get an entry, congratulations. But for me and my rules, let's go, Brendo. Yes, sir. For me and my rules, I just didn't get an entry model, and it just happens sometimes, man. But I've been saying I wanted to see us come tap into this bearish 1 hour fair value gap, and then from there I'd be looking for shorts down here, possibly 749, maybe 700 levels. But yeah, the news came out and dumped it, man. Dumped it. It's dumping down now. See, I was waiting on this 3-minute here to get inversed, and the news came out and just dumped it. Yeah. And this is why you don't really want to, unless you're confident or trading evals or something, this is why you don't really want to be in a trade when the news comes out. I mean, yeah, it just dropped 100 points in no time. And going right down there to that 749 level, just like we said. Kael said, what exactly are you looking for an entry now? So once it takes out the 749 or 700 level, I'd be looking for a bounce back to the upside. See, because then it'd be grabbing liquidity. So if it takes out this level here or this level here, at some point I'd be looking for an inversion to catch a scalp back up. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Devin. The only problem is this wick isn't like super abnormal. Like, you really want to see a bigger wick. So, that wick's not crazy. But yeah. Let's see if it's going to come take out this 749 down here. Is that the previous day low? Yeah. 749 is the previous day low right here. So let's see if it's going to take it out. News came out. Inflation grows. Fishman Schmidt. Let's go. Silo caught that. Yes, sir. Appreciate the follow, Clay Lewis. Let's go, Legacy Builder. He caught the short. That's the way to do it, Sonny. 1% up on the day, turning the charts off. Nice, dude. That's it. That's the way. You get your little bit of profits and turn it off. Get out of there. Let's go, Philip. Flipping Hawaiian. Sorry. Flipping Hawaiian caught the short. Yeah, so on this 1 hour time frame, it's pretty clear to see what happened. We had this 1 hour bearish fair value gap, right? So people are saying, hey, why did you mark your fair value gap out like that? Well, let me show you. There's two fair value gaps in a row. You got one right here and one right here. Well, instead of just marking out two fair value gaps right next to each other, I just combined them into one fair value gap. So I marked it out from here to here, and that's where I got this 1 hour fair value gap. And it's bearish, so it's supposed to act as a resistance. When it comes up and taps into this bearish fair value gap, it should act as a resistance and bounce back down. Well, you see it came up, tapped into this 1 hour bearish fair value gap, and boom, now we're coming down. Where are we coming down to? It looks like we're coming down to these lows right here. You could, if you wanted to be safe, mark out these lows right here, possibly these lows right here, but it's going after lows. So it came after this low right here, got a little bounce up. Now it's coming after this low down here, possibly. But it just took out this low. Now we're waiting to see if it wants to take out the previous day low, which is 749. So if I mark out this low, see if we got a little bounce up after it took that out. So you see it, that's 24,777. Came down, took out that little low, got a bounce up, tapped into this bearish fair value gap right here, and now it looks like it's coming down to this 749 level. Yep, yeah, biblical. That's right. Find the Discord and yep, can hang out in there with us. Biblical's in there sharing his levels. He's a really good trader too. He's always taking payouts. So got some really good traders in the Discord, but keeping it a little bit private. So if you can find it, you can join. This is NQ, NASDAQ. Jessica Beeson got 1,050 on Alpha Advanced 50K evals. Let's go, Jessica. Nice. Nice. So let's see, man. But this is what I'm talking about. Like, so everybody would be targeting these previous day lows down here, right? But if it was me, I would already be taking profits because, the NASDAQ likes to do some crazy things, right? So everybody who got in shorts up here, right? They're probably targeting these previous day lows because everybody says it's good target previous day lows. Well, look what happens. You're in shorts. I don't know if you got in, wherever they got in shorts, right? And they're targeting this level down here. It could probably hit. But dude, like, why not just take your profits instead of sitting through all this chop? Now, I'm not saying it ain't going to come down here because I think it will too. But every now and then it'll get real close to where everybody thinks it's going and it'll turn around. And that's why I'm a big believer in just taking profits. But I'm not saying it's not going to come hit it. That's not what I'm saying. A lot of the times it does hit it. A lot of the times it does. But every now and then people get so caught up on it has to go hit these levels, and then it gets real close, and that's just what the market does. It's made to trick people. So it gets real close to these levels, and then it turns around and they get stopped out or break even, and then that's what makes them tilt and FOMO and, get on tilt. So if you're in profit, take your profits. Take your profits. Exactly. You can't go broke taking profits. That's it. But yeah, looks like it's coming down here. About to take out these previous day lows down here, 749. And let's see. Mercon, it just depends. It just depends. It could bounce up after taking these lows, or it could come. Look, it's dropping, dude. It's dropping. Just smashed right through the previous day lows. It just dropped 10 points out of nowhere, 15 points right through those previous day lows, dropping. So, I mean, it could keep coming down to this 700 is what I'm saying. You don't just want to blindly enter. It just smashed 15 points right through those previous day lows right here at 749. Next target would be down here at this 700. 24,700 would be the next kind of target down there. I really didn't mark out all these levels down here because I didn't think it would move this much this morning. But I mean, basically you just mark out lows. So we got a 1 hour low right here. Got some 1 hour. See, you got two little 1 hour lows right here you could mark out. Boom, boom. If you want to mark those out, you can mark those. I'd probably mark out that one right there. But yeah, once it starts taking out these levels, it's grabbing some liquidity, it could turn around. It doesn't have to, but it could. I like the fair value gaps better. Like, I liked this bearish fair value gap play down better, but since there's no gaps here, $30-minute gap over here, but it's been tapped into multiple times already. You could say that one's used up, kind of like an old girlfriend right there. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. Oh, man. Appreciate the follows, man. Appreciate it. Do you use RSI? Nah, I just use fair value gaps and liquidity. All right, man. Let's watch. Let's watch here. Just took out the previous day low. We got a pretty clean fair value gap right here. Right now, what is it supposed to do? It's supposed to reject it. But let's see if it's going to close on the other side. It's supposed to, this is a bearish fair value gap, so it's supposed to act as a resistance. It's supposed to tap it and come down. But let's see. If it closes on the other side, it could get disrespected. Could look for some longs. Oh yeah, it dumped down. It did what we said. I just didn't catch it. Tapped into that bearish 1 hour gap and dumped it down. Let's see here. How is it going to react to this 1 minute fair value gap right here? After taking out the previous day low. This 749 level, that's the previous day low. You can see it's rejecting off of the previous day low right there inside of this 1 minute bearish fair value gap. I just enter on whatever is the cleanest time frame. I made a free PDF. If you want it, you can download it. It's free. New 15-minute candle coming up. Yep. Coming up in 5 seconds. Got a new 15-minute candle. Jose, you can click the Service Plus button. It's next to the chat. Click the Service Plus button, and you can download that free PDF. NG, you can get it from the chat. It should be pinned at the top of the chat for you, NG. The 1 hour fair value gap, I didn't see any to the downside. I didn't see any to the downside. It already came up and tapped into this bearish 1 hour. That's what we were looking for earlier. We were looking for it to come tap into here. It came up, it tapped into there and dropped. But there's no other gaps down here to the downside that I'm seeing, except for this 30-minute. It already got tapped in. There's one kind of all the way down here, a 15-minute, but I don't know how relative that is. It could go all the way down there. But yeah, it's having trouble here at this previous day low level. It's crazy how the bodies are holding it, isn't it? Look at this. So we had the previous day low marked out here at 749. The bodies are literally holding this previous day low level. The bodies won't close above it. That's crazy, ain't it? That's crazy. Yesterday, yeah, it did what we said yesterday too, if you were there. But it was just choppy on the lower time frames, but the higher time frames did what we were saying. User, I mean, some people use that like SMT and stuff, but I don't use it. I don't look at ES. Only thing I use is fair value gaps and liquidity. And try to get the breadcrumbs, man. I just try to get a little bit of breadcrumbs. Bibb said, if you see Discord, you will see much lower target if we break and hold below 700. Yeah, let's go see. Let's go see what Bibb posted in there in the Discord. Oh, yeah. Bibb's got one all the way down there at like the 423 level. Way down there. Let's see what's down there, 423. Yeah, kind of lines up with these lows over here. 423 level. I got the 449 marked out. Let's see if it keeps dumping. See if it keeps dumping. I'm from Alabama. Alabama, Georgia line. James, get out of here with that scam crap. James, scammer. Blocking him. Reporting him. I'm reporting him as a scammer. Spammer. And then I'm going to block him. Get out of here. Check the weekly out. Let's take a look. Yep. Oh my gosh. TikTok is restricting me right now. The reason is harassment and bullying. Dude, I ain't bullying nobody. They're bullying me, dude. They're coming in here spamming. Whatever. Appreciate it. Yeah, it don't matter. I'm about to get off anyway. Somebody reported me because dude, they were spammers and scammers. I wasn't even bullying that dude. He was a scammer. He was a scammer, dude. What estimated time do you think does it takes to become profitable if you put your all into it? Man, it just depends on the person. Everybody's mind is different. It's all about your mind, really. So I mean, you can learn the perfect strategy and your mind can still just block you from being profitable. So it really depends on the person. If you can if you're a person that can be okay with losing, you can become profitable a lot faster than like a super competitive person who hates to lose. You gotta be able to rewire your brain. People aren't like, their brains are wired like, oh, if I show up to the charts and I put my all into it, or anything, any job, if I put my all into it, I should get paid for my time. Well, that's not really how it is in trading. You can put your all into it and lose for 3 days in a row, or a week a week long, a week straight. You can lose. You got to be okay with that. You just got to know that your strategy is profitable over time. Appreciate that, Ricky. Justin said, "What's your bias for the day?" I was short. I was short biased, but now I got to kind of re-look. But my bias coming in at 8 o'clock was I wanted to see us come tap into this bearish gap, and then I wanted to see us drop down to this first level right here at 749. Well, that happened. So now I got to kind of, come up with a new plan. But that was my plan, right? That was my plan. My plan, I wanted to see it tap into here and then drop down to 749, but that already happened. Yeah. But yeah, guys, I'm about to hop off here. If you want, download my free PDF, and if you download it, you can find the Discord very easily. And then check out Hypertix, man. 50% off with code SLADE. And you get a free TradingView Premium subscription when you get to a payout. So that's a cool add-on, man. TradingView Premium is not cheap. So if you happen to get to a payout on Hypertix, you get a free TradingView Premium subscription. So 50% off with code SLADE. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Next weekend, keep this in mind, dude. I'll be trading on YouTube at 8 o'clock a.m., and then the New York session, I'll be in Discord trading. So you don't want to miss it next week. I'll be live for New York session all next week. But yeah, you could watch this gap. If it closes above, it could go higher. But it's not really a great bottoming down here. You kind of want to see more of a V. But it could. It just depends on your bias for now. But yeah. Hope you got, where do you go when you trade the open, or do you not stream? I don't stream the open, but I will be next week. Starting next week, I'll be streaming the open. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good weekend, and use code SLADE if you pick up any prop firm accounts anywhere. It works anywhere. It always gives you the best deal. I'm out of here. Peace.
Trades by Slade on the screen, money flowing like a dream. Shots go up, shots go down, go gangster rules this town. NASDAQ flashes in his eyes, trading fast, catching highs. Buy low, sell high on Q, go gangster, always knew. Go gangster making gold, every trade, every hold. Money rain from the sky, go gangster touching high. Candlestick, red and green, biggest trader ever seen. In the zone, no time to rest, go gangster, simply the best. Tick tock, the time goes by, golden games reaching sky. Every trade winning more, go gangster, hear them roar. Gangster making gold, every trade, every hold. Money rain from the sky, go gangster touching high. NASDAQ flashes in his eyes, trading fast, catching highs. Buy low, sell high on Q, go gangster, always knew.